All right, let's see if we can find somebody to challenge us. I'm gonna go ahead and share this code in Discord unless one of y'all want to hop in here. All right, so let's see if Sony wants to hop in here and challenge us. In the meantime, I'm gonna set up Metropolis-Origins on another tab because I might have a couple games to play that tonight as well. All right, so now we basically got Metropolis-Origins loaded up in case we get a couple matches a little bit later as well, and then we could always hop back over to Warsaken as we wait for challenges. No takers? Hey, let's go. I wish you had a deck so we could hop in here, but I just added the code to Discord. We'll see if somebody wants to challenge. Let's see. I don't know. Discord's a little bit dead tonight. I'm going to try and drop the code in somebody else's stream and see if somebody... Hey, there we go, actually. Taryn, what's up, man? Yeah, I mean, like I said, the booster packs are not bad, but they'll cap you at the Smoke Noir, like, rarity level or whatever. So, I mean, okay, so two things. Like, all these cards in my hand right now are... Hold on, let me make sure I got the right settings. All right, cool. Yeah, so all these cards in my hand right now are called full art cards. Like, the art goes to the whole corner. The booster pack cards, I'll be able to show you after this game, but the booster pack cards have like a, I don't know, they're called base level. So it's kind of like a small little black border around it. And it takes like 4 of those cards. If you upgrade them, you'll get one like full art card. So I don't know. If you just want to basically play, I'd say the boosters are not bad. But for rarity, it's not really going to be like the best option. Like if I get some Smoke Noir cards or whatever, that rarity that like caps out in those booster packs, like this. So the Smoke Noirs are 1 of 25, which are not bad. And then you have like rank 1 through 4. I think this one actually came out of a booster pack, if I'm not mistaken. But you can't get anything higher than this. Like, so there's no gold cards. You can't get any 1 of 24 cards, any gold cards out of booster packs. The elite pack. Yeah, elites are not bad. You could actually get everything in the elite packs that you could get in like the premiums, with the exception of like owner cards and tenant cards, stuff like that, are only out of loot packs. And then I think, yeah, what is it? I think there's one ultra premium in the elite packs, and then one like standard premium. Whereas I think the premium packs, there's what, 4 ultra premiums or something like that, and a couple resource cards. The rest of the cards in the elite pack are going to be full art cards, which is like that kind of upgrade from the base art. Honestly, before the wax increase, I mean, taking US dollars out of it, before they increased the wax yesterday, price of the elite packs, I feel like those were the best option. Right now, if you're just looking for rarity, I don't know. I'm thinking that the 50k loot packs are probably best bang for the buck. Doesn't help you roll the dice any better, though. I'm not off to a bad start right now, though. This is actually a new deck I built yesterday. Kind of testing it out. this is Blitz. So I guess in Blitz you only gotta like you basically match up. I don't know, two ways I guess. You either do a deck full of 3 cards, like so I'd have 3 Colossal Warehouses like these cards in a deck, or you do it 4 cards per match. But you basically gotta lay down 3 cards to create a match in Blitz. That's really all it takes. So it's did you get lucky enough to pull the matches out of your deck, and did you get lucky enough to get a high enough roll to basically play them? It's like these 3 now I got a match, so it's kind of highlighted red. I can play all 3, and then I'm kind of onto the next one now. Like in this case, I got 2 of these. What is this? Yeah, blackmail cards down. So if I have a third, if I pull a 3rd one on the next roll or something, now I can play that match, take out a territory. Or I guess in this case, it's a morale card, right? So this one will either destroy 8 of his morale up here, or excuse me, 6, or I can add 2 or 3 morale to myself. If morale goes down to 0, I could attack his leader and basically win the game without taking out the territories up here first. So I'd say Blitz is mostly, honestly, luck. Not a whole lot of strategy. Unless you're playing a little defensive. Some of the good players in the Discord channel or whatever, some of the good players have some good strategies to like counter intel decks or counter force decks, stuff like that. So as he plays something, I'll tell you what's going on. One, nice, okay. Can't do much. So like, for example, right now, these are weather cards. And you can ignore the description. So these descriptions basically mean nothing in Blitz. Right, Taryn? It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, basically in Blitz, then it's just weather. So if he gets 3 of these matches on the weather matches, whether it's this weather card, this one, or that's a force, but these 2 are the same function essentially. So if he matches a weather, he'll get 2 options. He could either get another roll after his current turn, or he can add 3 moves to the current turn. So for example, if he didn't have any weathers down, he had 3 in his hand, I'd probably take that second roll. But if he had 2 down and only took 1 to match it, and then you're in an end game situation, you go ahead and just take that extra 3 turns, finish off the game instead of chancing on a roll and only getting like a 1 or a 2. Sorry, Taryn. I'll go ahead and play a card. All right. So let's see. So this is kind of like a force WMDs, but instead of taking out 1 territory, I can take out 2 at a time. Only caveat to that is you can only play 1 WMD per game on your side, basically. So even though like I have a second WMD like match in my deck right now, but if I pull all 3 of them, I can't play them because I've already played my 1 WMD chance. Good game, Taryn. So then these would be like different decks that I built. First tester deck for Blitz. This deck is mostly, I guess, Force and Intel heavy. Force and Intel split. Just straight up Intel deck. This would be Morale and Force. And this is one I'm kind of testing out right now. I'm not going to tell you what's going on there yet. Here, let me go ahead and... Yeah, appreciate that game, Taryn. 5-6. So I guess there's just a couple like different cards in Blitz. There's a ton of them in standard play, and all the descriptions. There's a lot of strategy to it. But in Blitz, you basically got weather cards, intel cards, force cards, WMDs, and then morale cards. I think that's all of them. Warsaken. So as I play stuff, I'll move a little slower so you can see what's going on. All right, one, don't really have anything to play right now, so I'm going to just go ahead and pass it on. Okay, cool. Appreciate that. I'm trying to talk U-Logs for sale into, starting his first starter deck. All right, cool. So Terran just matched up this weather pair. So now, of course, he played an extra turn. He got to pull 5 more cards. He rolled a 5. So basically, your roll will dictate how many cards you pull, and then how many like turns, like I guess plays you have in that turn. And honestly, I think Terran has beat me more than. Yeah, he's probably beat me more games than I've beat him. So he's definitely pretty good. Nice. 6, not bad. All right, so I got a couple options, right? So I got a 6. I could go ahead and play this pair, and then I'll have 3 more cards. I could go ahead and pre-set up my next turn, because this is gonna be a weather card, right? So as I play my first 3 here, yeah, honestly, Terran, yeah, mixed decks are kind of like the more balanced decks. I've had far more success. So I'm trying some extreme mixes, and they don't always work out so well. But so now on the weather card, I could either get 3 extra turns, or like I could play 3 extra cards, or pick up 3 cards off the field, or I could go ahead and use this to get an extra turn, which is generally what I do in like early game like this. We'll set up first 2 intels to hope even if I get a 1 next turn, if it's or not intel, but WMD, even if I get a 1 and it's that WMD, I could take out 2 territories. And we'll get a corporal mark going down. All right, cool. So when it's red or whatever, we have all 3 matches. In this case, I already have 1 down. It kind of highlights green, lets me know that I could go ahead and stack a second one there. I'll set this up. So only difference here is I guess you have basically 4 spots on the board. So you can risk it. If you're playing more aggressive, I could fill this 4th spot. But then if I don't pull anything that matches with the pairs that I have down, then I'm basically stuck. I got to use 2 turns or 2 like actions essentially to pick up 2 cards to free a spot and then put down. Or I got to just leave it open and just keep stacking cards in my hand until I get a match. They both have pros and cons depending on what you want to do. All right, cool. We'll be able to do that. So I'm gonna hold on to these for now. These are buildings. That's the one. That's the building. The type I forgot. Yeah. So 3 matches in Blitz. In standard play, you could put down 1 card and play it if you have the resources. Blitz is just you have to have a couple matches. They don't have to be all the same rarities or anything. So you could play Blitz with just like all basic cards or whatever if you want to, just to test it out. But for now, I'm gonna save those because these buildings will essentially, like your discard pile, you get 2 choices. I either get to put 3 cards back like directly into my hand, so you have a guaranteed match in your hand, or I could put 6 of my choice of cards out of discard back into my deck, and then hope you pull them again in a kind of a hurry. In this case, I don't really need to use the buildings yet, so I'm gonna play. Oh my god, while I'm talking, I forgot I wasn't even paying attention. I already had that up. Did exactly what I normally don't do. But I'll leave them there for now and hope for the best. I'll play with an Intel deck after this, so you can see what the Intel cards do too. Unless Terran's got a couple in his deck right now. Yeah, so in standard play, they basically serve 2 purposes. So your morale is driven by your leader card. So in this case, this leader, Valorant, starts with 19 morale. If Terran gets me down to 0 morale with like certain cards in his deck, he can actually directly attack that leader. Otherwise, he's got to take out all 4 of these territories first. The exception being, and I might be getting a little in the weeds here, but the exception being if he gets me, say like, where's this at? Oh, they're already taken out, but 4 morale. So like for Blitz, you want territories that have like a negative morale of the lowest number possible. In standard play, this would be a territory, basically no attack, 400 defense points. That's your life essentially. And then if it's taken out, you lose 4 morale towards attacking your leader. And every turn it would generate 1 food resource. Same kind of concept here. And in this case, it'd generate 2 equipment resources. So every turn you basically go through, turn your dial down, kind of like, you know, Magic the Gathering, apply your resources to cards. If that card's now ready to activate, flip the card, put the resources back in the pile, drive on. Yeah. So, yeah, in Blitz, basically 2 setups. Like, I run 4 cards to match in a deck, and that way, if he runs an Intel, like, this is an Intel card. And again, don't mind any of this for Blitz play. But Intel will give him 3 options if he gets that match. He can mill 6 cards out of my deck. They'll go right into discard. He can bounce, basically remove any 3 cards that are already on the field, which can ruin a pair if I have it in my hand ready to play. Or he could force me to pick 3 cards out of my hand right now to discard. All right, cool. So in this case, I lucked out and at least got a match for something that's already on the field. Oh, sorry, I moved right through that. Yeah, so that was that building card. So I had a choice to either put 3 cards back in my hand, which is what I did, or put 6 cards back in my deck and hope to pull them. Oh, and Terran, he's probably going to bounce these cards. With that, see, that's a blood foil. It's not a blood foil leader, which is what I'm after, but it's a 1 of 4, one of the rarest cards you could get. Basically, it's pretty dope. No, basically. So the downside is like if you're playing somebody with an Intel heavy deck, and every time you put down cards, they bounce them off the field or whatever. You can hold as many as you want to in your hand. You have this little slider, you go back and forth, right? Downside is if I get down to 0 cards, even if I have full territories and morale, my leader's automatically exposed. So you want to try and prevent losing all your morale and losing all your deck of cards. If not, leader's open game. So now I gotta hope, and this is risky, right? So I get a second turn now, and I gotta hope I get more than a 3. Because I just used 3 actions to use a pair, and if I get a 1 or a 2, it's basically a wash.
They don't want this to go public.
So I got a choice to make. So I feel like I know how this game's about to go.
Who would have known?
Some morale card, I can either directly damage his morale by 3, or excuse me, by 6, or I can increase my morale by 3. I have a case either way in here because he's got a morale match on the field, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So this will take away 6 of my morale and immediately expose my leader, even if he can't match up his forces to take out the last territory.
I'll catch him off balance.
That one's going to help me out, though. Appreciate that. Five, not bad, not bad. Unfortunately, I didn't get an Apex or a Corporal Mark to make 2 matches kind of easy. So the forces basically just pick 1 territory to take out. That could be game right there with the 6. That's it. Good game, Taryn. Let me flip over. I think it's this one. Yeah, so basically if you get a 6, you draw 6 additional cards in your hand, basically increasing the likelihood of getting a match. And you could also play up to 6 cards, or you could take 6 cards off the board. So you could both put down and pick up, but each, whether it's a put down or pick up, takes a play action away. So like if I roll a 1, I could only draw 1 card. It's impossible to get a match unless I already have 2 down. And then Taryn rolls a 6, you could pull 6 and basically run the last 2 matches there.
Warsaken.
You know what? Hold up. Let me see if I could do this too. All right, I think I got that done. All right, cool. Now I'm running 2 matches at the same time. I went ahead and hopped in So Sneakery's stream game as well. So I'm gonna hop over here now. All right, so sorry, Taryn. I'm gonna hop back and forth a little bit, but I'll try to be as fast as possible. So now this deck I'm using with Taryn over here is more of an intel deck. So I'm basically trying to mill through his deck and get rid of his deck to expose his leader before he can take out all my territories. So kind of a little bit of a different play style. Yeah, intel decks can be fun and extremely frustrating to play against if you line up some matches very fast. Let's see. So when it comes to territories, I want to take out the highest morale cost territory first. So in this case, it'll be either one of these, the -6. I'm multitasking right now. Oops, sorry, I didn't think I ended my turn. All right, 2. Sorry about that turn. Let's see. Hacked. So now, essentially, if I luck out 65 cards to play Blitz. So that's 65 cards, combination of 1 leader, 4 territories, and then the rest can either be 3 or 4 like cards per match, depending on how you want to play.
Whoa, wait until they see these.
Yeah, the territory and the leader, you only need 1 copy of those cards. So the rest are just, like I said, 3 or 4 matches of each. Ooh, 6. I like that. So now I'm milling through. I'll be able to basically take out 12 of his cards this round. Let's see what's happening over here. I hear something dangerous. Yep, taking out territories. Let's see. Right now, I'm just going to leave that how it is. He's over here just getting matches on me. Yep, thanks, Flower. That's it. 65. And there's also some cards called G-Force cards. You'd only have 1 of those per deck, but that could be a part of any match. That's what I needed right there. Not quite what I was hoping for. Somebody get more out of that nice dice roll, but guess not. Alright, so in this case, Terran's pretty good about this too. If I'm milling cards, defensively, if you have some buildings in your hand, you could always dig back in your discard and get those cards back out so you don't lose those matches. Just hear my leader get compromised. Took me out too. Sometimes it's just how it is. Maybe if I was paying more attention, I could have done something. Nobody yet in the lobby for Metropolis-Origins. You know what? I might try and see if nobody grabbed his code yet. Nope, doesn't look like they did. We'll run it back. All right, another 6. What can I do here? So we'll keep milling through some of his deck. Oops, maybe I'd... Oh yeah, I'm not supposed to... Sorry, 1 second, guys. Oh, I think somebody grabbed it. Oh, see, I should have honestly not thinking straight. Let's see if we could come back. This is not a great start, and that one's not going to help. Now I feel like from here it's going to be it could be very easy for him to win this game. You match up this weather you keep rolling. Intel crew move my cards. I don't know. Risky spot. Of course, he's digging in his discard now. All right, we needed him to get like a 2 or a 1 here, or it's basically a wrap. All right, this game. Good game, Taryn. Just dragging this out to make it more brutal. Oh, weather. Okay, I expected him to have a force match there. So I at least have a chance, unless he throws down a force right here. Okay. Well, there it is. That's the problem. So now he could get the 3 out of his discard, discard. And since he still has 3 moves left, he can win this game now. But say he rolled a 2 or 1 on that secondary roll there after the weather, I could have won. Because now his leader's exposed. And I got these Apex 55s in my hand. So with the 3, I could have won next round. Oh, okay. I got a chance. Um, all right, because the WMD can't affect the leader. Oh my, a one. Yo, what a waste. Mm. Unless he gets a one. No, all right. Sometimes that's how it is. Oh, sorry, I'm over here dropping stuff. I mean, I have a hard time believing 18 cards in his hand. I know you got a four somewhere in there. Yeah, I got some decent rarities, just not the primary one I'm looking for. Taryn's got a couple pretty dope cards in his deck. Hey, there's that blood foil. Good game, Taryn. All right, let's see if I could. Let's see if we could do some damage over here. Warsaken. So this is another streamer, New and X. Let's see if I have any luck here. Yeah, that was a close one, Taryn. I'll get the wheel started up after this match here for you. And he opens up with a 6. Damn, that's a tough way to start. All right, so one of the worst things you could have happen in Blitz is open up like this. Like if you get that WMD in the first hand, you can play that first match, it's pretty tough to come back from it. So first first roll of the game and I'm already down to 6 morale. But I got a 6, okay.
Who's the target?
Alright, so this deck that I picked is pretty heavy on the force side. So not a lot of intel, no morale at all. I don't think I have any weather in here either, so I don't know how good this will go.
Bumping again.
Alright, 1, not bad. 2, not much better.
Vibes look good.
So these cards with the fire here on the bottom means this is like, they call it fire forged or whatever. So you take like 4 of the same rarity of card, essentially rank 2, what is this, GR current. You burn them with the upgrade card to like, basically that card now has more XP on the back end. Helps you level up faster. Okay, we still in this. bet he's going to bounce these cards. Of course. Yeah, so for Blitz, yeah, you got to have 3 of each card, but of any rarity. Other than, like I said, only 1 territory, 1 leader. I guess 4 separate territories, 1 copy of each, 1 leader card, and then basically, yeah, 3 or 4 matches of any other card. Now, there's not much I can do here.
I'm ready.
Pipes look good.
Well, either that, honestly, at that point, it's just cheaper to get them on the market. I think most of the base cards are like less than 1 wax, or somewhere right there around 1 wax, maybe. Yeah, I agree, Taryn. I run 4 pair matches, I guess. But the only trade off would be you could actually fit a couple more like matches, I guess pairs or whatever you want to call them, into your deck if you run 3 cards per match. You just got to hope you get those. Or if somebody mills through your deck, you could lose all those sets pretty quick. Now, I don't like how this is shaping up, all these weathers. So now he could basically keep his turns on a roll now by matching up those weathers pretty easily. Now, for standard, you don't need all the copies of the same card. That's just for Blitz play. All right, here's our chance. And we got nothing to play with. Makes me wonder then. So, oops. All right, so everything on the field still has a valid pair waiting. It's just not in my hand. Or valid match. So we have to see what we can do here. Just gotta hope he doesn't match up those weathers, but I have a feeling it's gonna be ping right now. There you go. All right. As long as he doesn't match a weather, that's what we wanted. Anything less than a 3 on a weather play, I feel like is a wasted weather. That's not looking good. I don't think I have enough intel in this deck to counter weather plays like that. So I'm skipping over this one because I know this one has the lowest morale cost. It's just -1. So always leave that one to last if you're playing. All right, so now he's got 2 extra turns. This is going to be a problem. All right, so now we got to keep our fingers crossed here because he's got another turn after he lays these 2 cards down. But right now, old Zane over here is exposed. Now, this is a dope card for standard play. So I'm glad I got this one. Four, that's a wrap. But then basically this will say every 2 turns this effect would activate in standard, and then every 5 turns this effect would activate. Pretty strong. Oh, I'm surprised, to be honest. I thought I was about to be taken out right there. It's unfortunate I don't have any matches. At least for things that are already down, I mean. So, now this is where the real luck comes into play. I got a guaranteed win here. If he doesn't take me out in this turn. Lowest you can roll is a 1, and all I need is that 1 to put this down. But with all these weathers down here, I have a hard time believing, yeah, with a 3, he's not going to get a match here. There it is. Good game, man. Sometimes it's just how it is. So let's see. We'll go back into Discord and drop a code real fast, see if anybody wants to hop in here. All right, while we're waiting, give me like a minute or two. I'm going to go grab another drink real fast. I'll be right back.
Warsaken.
All right, guys. Sorry for my super squeaky chair right now. See what we can do here. All right. Let's see what we can do. Not bad. Nice strong open. So this deck right now is the one that I'm kind of testing out, and what I'm trying to do is like a heavy force and heavy morale deck. Idea being, instead of taking out his territories, the hope would be to take out his morale with the morale cards. I'm sorry, you distracted me with the outlandish statement in chat there. I don't know about number one of all time, but yeah. So basically, the idea with this deck would be to take out all his morale with the morale cards, like the one he's playing right now, instead of going through his territories. So this is the deck that I think I made last night. I'm just playing around with. Definitely got some struggle spots. Mostly because the territories are taking away too much morale on loss. But I feel like I'm fancy now, so I'm trying to... This is the fancy deck. So I'm not getting much luck getting putting matches together here, am I? All right, there we go. Much better. Got like one of these standing desks. Sometimes it's nice to stand up a bit. I'm gonna leave that option, that fourth option open for now. See, now that's why we leave that fourth pocket open there. If I would have put down those cards, he could have ruined a pair I already had in my hand secured. Or a match, excuse me. All right, let's see. Gotta wait and see how this goes first. All right, that one's good for us. Almost. That's a problem, Taryn. I think that's a major issue with this deck right now. Although I like how the territories look, the cost is just too high for Blitz. All right, let's see. I'm in a kind of a tough spot right now. Oops. All right, 6. We could use that.
Send me in.
Might as well. Make him sweat a little bit. It's a shame we don't have anything else to match, though.
Compromised.
So the morale cards at this point don't do anything for me. I guess I could play these and hope I get a matching. Even if I roll a 1 next, if I pull that blinding sandstorm, I'll at least get another turn. Assuming he doesn't match up here. Well, that's not good. And the 1. Hey, see, that's what I'm talking about. Came through for me. That's the one card I needed to keep at least a little bit of a hope in this game. All right, that should get me there, right? Yo, really? Oh, okay. Yep, we're not good. Wait, was that one of the cards I had down? I think it was. That might save us right there. If not, I know for a fact these will. Oh. That's game. So that must have been a card that you milled. You logs, look at you. Foul language. No, I don't know how to change the settings on the stream bot yet, so that's something I got to work on. Yeah, no, I think it's a fun game. It is a lot of luck, but sometimes that's how it is, Taryn. You could be like crushing the whole game, and out of nowhere, you just end up with like no matches there at the end. Oh, I upgraded some cards in that, didn't I? Like I said, if you think this part is good, I think that the standard version for sure. It took me about 2 hours to get like taught and walk through the whole time, but I think after getting the fundamentals down, it was really just learning more so that like the online controls. So once they have all that part automated, it's gonna be pretty dope. So let's see if anybody wants to hop in here. I know there's gonna be a taker somewhere. Let's see. Drop it over on Sneakery's channel and see what happens. Not a whole lot. I don't think. Oh, that's way too loud. I don't think that changed anything, did it? Nope. So no takers. All right. Wait, not matchmaking. Sorry.
I'm ready to play.
All right. So this is called Metropolis-Origins. Kind of similar, but not really. But kinda. You know what I'm saying? So you play cards, right? Each card has its own little effect or whatever. So like the yellow box is the attack, like yellow number. So 1 attack, red is 6 defense. And then 4 is like the energy it takes to actually play the game or play the card. This is something that Warsaken needs probably should consider too. Just having like, I don't know, default AI or something to play against, keep people to keep playing matches. But in this case, there's no, like I have no cards I have energy to like play, right? So I have 2 energy down here. 27 for all intents and purposes, leader health or like your character's health. 29. Oh, I was able to attack that round. I just was talking too much. So this card, 1 attack, 4 defense, and then 3 energy to play. But every time you attack it, it gains 1 additional attack. It's like a snowball quick if somebody doesn't kill it. Actually, I'm gonna not do full screen for a second, so I make sure nobody actually came in here and challenged me. All right.
I work alone. It's better.
Oh, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why this. Okay, that's a huge Molotov. Just okay. Game's still in beta. You just gotta work with it sometimes. So this is not a bad card. Only issue is if you put any card next to it, it'll lose, 3 health basically. It'll just be a 1-on-1 card. It's like one of the easiest things to kill. And now what this card will end up doing that I just put down is any person or any card played on the other side has -1 attack. So one big thing that happens, like if you block up, there's like a certain decks you could block up with a virus or something, like a card that'll block these panels. And if both of these cards, for example, had 0 attack and I took this one out and blocked it up, he couldn't play any cards. I could basically win the game that way. So there's a little bit more strategy, I'd say, than maybe Blitz right now, but definitely not the depth that you see just yet in like what's coming in standard play for Blitz. Oh, that's what I'm talking about by a virus. So every turn now, this is going to keep filling up tiles on my side. So I got to try and take that out. Alright, not quite what I wanted, but these cards basically convert a random opponent over to my side. They have decent attack, but there's no real defense there, so they're easy to take out. Still no Blitz. It's unfortunate. Nope, don't want to play that one. So the issue with this card, it can attack 4 times, no problem. But it can only attack player cards, not like the leader or whatever.
Which one's a target? I work alone. It's better.
Alright, so Desmond. So I can't attack anything here now until this card gets removed first. Try to make this quick. So basically this card I played, it only lives for 2 turns, but it takes out 9 of their health when it dies. So it's a little bit more advanced when you're playing against a real player.
I work alone. It's better.
So not bad.
You should work for me sometime.
Alright, anybody in here then want to hop into Blitz game? Same code is still active, 2B1 3D5. There we go. Welcome back, Taryn. All right. And that's a 1 to start the game. I see we're both getting treated the same way then. right, let's see what we can do. There we go. Just speed it up a little bit. At least try to. All right, so we got Apex. We got Burn Notice.
Select target. Select
Choose to bounce this time.
select target.
Hope for the best now. That's it. That's a good feeling when you hear that. As long as it's on your side of the board. Yeah, this hummingbird's nice and smooth. The WMD is not going to help me win, though. I thought that was Milwaukee's best. Is that Beast Ice? Well, so I got a pair, but I can't play anything, so I'd have to pick up cards first. Oh, you know what, Taryn? I'll run the wheel after this. Sorry, my bad. I forgot. Still no other matches. This is not helpful. Oh, I made this like janky little giveaway wheel. So if you beat me in a match, I've been giving some people like some of the, I guess the, well, I guess depends on the where the wheel lands. Like rank 1 through 4 card, random, whatever I got duplicates of, I'll give them like a, or send them over a copy. Because for a while, like the booster packs were like, I think 25, yeah, 25 wax. So it's like nothing. You go pick up a couple of like, I don't know, a couple bucks. Each of those had 18 cards in them, so there's plenty of games to play. Oh, Metropolis-Origins, I think, just stopped loading. we gotta hope we can pull this back off, because this is not looking good. Alright, not good. It's more than enough turns to, yeah, go ahead and do that. Yeah, good game, Taryn. Alright, let's see if I can pull up my janky wheel here. Bear with me 1 second. There it is. And honestly, there's some other pretty cool things I think Taryn showed me last night that I got to set up here shortly. And I can like spin this, give something away. That's right. So rank 1, I think what we're gonna do is rank 2, man. So you beat me a couple times tonight. All right. Oh, sorry. Let me hop back over this thing. So let's say, what have I not sent you so far? What about a resource silo? I don't think I've sent one of those before. I know this by heart now. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Sorry, try not to type in all caps. Yeah, it is an easy address to remember, especially when you're getting beat by it. You know what I'm saying? Nope. Helping me improve my decks, though. I mean, that's what I need. Let's see. There might be actually. Yeah, let's see if I can hop in this game. All right, let's give it a shot.
Warsaken.
All right, that's not a great way to start. Can't do much with that. Slap a little gold down though. Four, but I can't do anything. You shouldn't be waiting. Maybe that's the problem. You gotta like manifest that win. You know what I'm talking about? See, that's what I don't want. We don't want that to happen. Just about to say what we don't want is that WMD because we'll be right down. Yeah, but I think just one morale left. All right, so the gold leader, I think when you get to 3 million XP, in like your deck or like the cards that you own or whatever, in order to get to the next rank, which is where I'm at now, the little 2-star general thing, you have to have a gold leader of some kind. So there's like a regular gold leader, which Valorant is also a regular gold leader, but this is a loot version of Valorant. So, I don't know. Basically the same effect. It's just a different... You can only get this version out of the loot packs. But once you get the gold leader and 4 million XP, then I guess you bump up into the next level of like loot per day generation, or whatever you want to call it. And then beyond that, you need a blood foil. I think at 7.5 million XP and then 10 million XP. So you're kind of capped. Until you get that, you're kind of capped where you're at, unless you have an owner card or a tenant card.
Haha, who would have known?
Oh, nothing right now. But yeah, so basically in this case, every 2 turns, I could go through my deck and pull out any Navy force. So like in Blitz, it doesn't really matter what type of force you have, but here's the force types. There's Army, there's Supplies, there's Navy, Air, like all that stuff, you know. It's like this Navy unit, only Navy units can like attack or block other Navy units. And then only ground units, like Army units, can only attack other ground units, that type of thing. So in standard, it depends. Like you have to basically build a deck that makes more sense for like the type of leader that you have, because these will have different attributes. So you'd want to build like a Navy heavy deck with this leader. In the same way, so every 2 turns you have that benefit, and you start with a bonus resource. And then what is this? Armada, find 1 Navy force and up to 3 other unique Navy forces in your hand with any turn cost less than 2. So where's it at? So this would be one of those, for example. So this is your turn cost in standard play. So like if you had to actually play this card, you could play it immediately as long as you had the resources required to play it. And now I'm about to lose the game, but
They don't want these to go
for
bad.
example, let me pull this up. So if I wanted to play this in standard, I'd have to have 3 generic resources, 3 electrical or energy resources, whatever they're called, and then 2 equipment resources. If I don't have all those resources, I could play 2 of any other type to make up for this one. Like you can make a generic, basically. And then it would take, where was that at? Sorry. It would take 2 turns. So I'd play this on the field face down. Put a timer on top of it for 2 turns. Put my resources next to it to make sure they're allocated correctly. After those 2 turns, I can flip it over. It's ready to play. As long as the resources are done correctly, I can play it. If not, it's automatically destroyed.
Who would have known?
So there's a little bit more like strategy for the standard play versus Blitz. Right now, you're just coming out here trying to hope you get dice and hope you get matches. It's not good. And it'll end up being a problem for us. Hey, good game. Here, let's do this, man. If you don't come over to your cards. So I think this is all the cards in the game basically, right? So you got a bunch of different leaders. Each leader will end up having like different in-game bonuses, different start morale, different health. Right? So it's important to pick. Oh, wait, that's not all the leaders. Where are the rest of them? There we go, leaders. This is all the leaders. So each one of them, infinite, I think there's just like an extra bump in health or whatever, but so it tells you start morale, what each turn bonus would be. So in this case,
Precision.
for Zoff, then every 2 turns, find a specific drone force in your arsenal. So you'd build a deck that has drone cards in it as a force, and put that back into show it to like the person you're playing. Put it with your Legion, which will be the cards on the board, and then shuffle your arsenal. And then every 5 turns, each enemy territory takes 200 damage. So you do 200 damage, but you can't attack with any force you have on the field, basically. Not bad. But then each leader is basically like that. So in that case, you'd build a drone deck. And then, like I said, Valorant, you'd build like a Navy, like a water-based deck. So each person's kind of that way. Tyrant leader is pretty dope. I don't have any of these cards. So those are all, there's quite a bit of leaders. And these are also, I think, comes in the Kickstarter pack, like the loot leaders. Only difference with those, basically, is you can only get them out of loot packs. A little bit more rare. I think 1 of 200, right? Can't see that sometimes. Yeah, 200. Then beyond that, there's like a lot. Territories, forces, G-Force, WMD. Basically all this stuff. So what I need to find, where is it at? Any of these. These are all 1-on-1 leaders basically. So the next stop up from like being able to like progress beyond gold leader to keep generating like higher daily loot is this blood leader 101. But each leader has one of these out there floating around somewhere. So stuff. Luckily, there's a good chunk of them. And I think they're about to come out with like another set, like a second season type set. So if you look at all these cards,
They won't see me coming.
are Genesis of Conflict. So there's another kind of like a season 2 type series of cards they're going to be launching here shortly. So which will make, hopefully at least make the original deck a little bit more scarce. These would be nice. I don't have any of the tyrant stuff.
Precision.
Decadent leaders. So what is this? Tax, lose 3 morale, but gain 5 resources. All right, so you basically hurt yourself to generate resources to play some cards. Might not be bad in some situations. You could always delay. You don't have to activate the leader abilities. So, but if you are activating them, it's like, or say like you wait 2 turns, you can say, okay, you're going to choose not to play that ability this time. But if you need it, like kind of in dire straits, you could do those extra 5 resources. You could end up choosing to play that, hurt yourself a little bit if you have the morale, generate the resources to play a card. It looks like he has actually 3 abilities in this one. Find a specific drone. So again, drone, heavy force. Oh, this is all is off again. Decadent brings this extra one down here that the original one we didn't have. Is it? Yeah, no, the tax is actually a new one. Excuse me. So not bad. If you could find them, pretty lucky, but good to have in your deck if you do have it. Get an extra ability on all these, it looks like, yeah. It's not bad. Actually, no, we're going to go to... So Zane is the other gold leader that I have. He's the one that I actually ended up buying out of a pack because I was tired of trying to, or buying off the market because I was trying to, tired of trying to find it in a pack. And then I ended up finding a gold leader like 5 days later. All right, might get a couple more games in, see how it goes. Oh, let me fix that.
Warsaken.
All right, good luck, Taryn. All right, man. Talk to you later. All right, well, that's not a bad way to kick it off. It's a tough way to start any game. Two. I don't know. I feel like half the time I start off like that, WMD in the first hand, I end up like just not doing much of anything else for the rest of the game. So I don't know if I'm excited or I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right, that's not looking good. All right, let's see how it goes. 4. I could do something with that. This could be my... It could be key right there. Key turning event unless you slap down a building. I hate when I roll a 6 and can't do anything with it. That's so frustrating. Because you think, it's kind of like a roller coaster of emotions. That's what it is. You think you're about to do something good and you end up looking at your hand, you have nothing.
Pipes look good.
1. Okay. Or actually just picked up a card, right? Yeah. All right, let's see if we can put this together. And we can't. We can't. It's almost like we're back to square one. Should I risk it? Go ahead and fill up the hole. Let's see what happens. We got a couple games left tonight. Might as well be a little risky. All right, so let's see what happens. Another one. Oh, okay. At least we put a little something together.
Compromised.
Now we just gotta hope for the best. See, that's what we didn't want. Now there's another turn involved here. All right, so that's a problem. All right, we needed that one. Oh, okay. 3, I meant.
Compromised.
All right, you brought that back real quick, didn't you?
I'll handle it.
Luckily, I was able to get a 3 and finally do something.
Fix that.
Good game, Taryn. That's what I was talking about by starting strong and then kind of like just not doing anything afterwards. It's terrible. Yeah, it started off bad, but I don't know. Might have one more game in me. We'll see how this goes. If you want to play one more real fast. right, good luck. Nice, pulling out that blood foil. Last game, not bad. All right, let's see. All right, 6, not bad. Well, it's not much else, huh? Okay. Mm-mm. The 5's not going to be good. Interesting. I thought I was about to lose another territory there for a second. I hate to take that blood foil from you, but I'll end up doing more damage than it does good. And it keeps on going. Not good. All right, we still holding on. Not by much, I mean, but we here. Okay. Looking a little dicey. That one. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. Good game, man. Appreciate the matches. I think, what is it, Saturday morning? I'm going to be on for like doing the kind of kickoff, what is it, Kickstarter thing for like 3 or 4 hour Saturday. So if you got some time, hop on. I'll run a couple matches, man. But I appreciate it.